Good evening, everybody, and thank you all for coming to our Direct Democracy Waterford candidate launch this evening. Now, bear in mind there's 33 parliamentarians, politicians from Fianna Fáil, Fine Gael, Labour, Sinn Féin, the whole lot of them, academics, and 33 ordinary people. 83% of them want power to be returned to the people of this country through referendum, and also the ability to sack politicians who don't do what they promised to do.
If you look at the government today, technically, if you really thought about it, they're in the government fraudulently on the basis of the promises they made prior to the election. Not only are they in the government fraudulently, but they've become a dictatorship.
To me, direct democracy is a whole change of the system. It changes the whole dynamic of the political system in Ireland. For the first time, it actually gives people a say in how the government is run. And also, for the first time, it will hold politicians accountable.
What we can try to do is bring a bit of life back to the city. And one of the things we have to do that is we're going to try to introduce rate reform and look at the charges that are put on businesses at the moment. And what we mean by that is that we would like to see a 0% rates on new businesses to give them a chance to get up and going. 25% the first year, 50% the third year. That's just one of our local policies.
I would just like to ask you a question. Does present day politics and policies serve your needs? I don't think they do. They only serve the government, big business, and the powerful people that runs this country. But that can all change. It can change by putting back Articles 47 and 48 back into the Constitution.
We are genuinely seeing the poorest robbed to give the money to the wealthiest, and I'm not going to take it anymore, and that's why I'm here. You'll know that we are not polished professional politicians. You can see that. But what I hope you can also see is that the people who are standing in front of you tonight are genuine. That we're here for a variety of reasons, but actually we're here for the same purpose. And that's because we believe in what is right, what is good.
Guess who used it? Yeah, Eamon de Valera. Because we had an autonomous free state. And you know, we were still under the thumb of King George. And he was unhappy about that. And he didn't want to take an oath of allegiance. So in the Constitution at that time, it said that you needed to raise, to get 75,000 signatures to change the Constitution. He raised 96,000 because the people of Ireland didn't want to have an oath of allegiance to the king, right? So when he presented those signatures to the Dáil, what did they do? They refused to accept them. And what they did was they initiated legislation to remove that power from the Constitution. So that power that you had was removed as resistance to the king, whose thumb you'd been living under for hundreds of years. And you still don't have that power. And to push back in that way. Because the government controls that power. In a direct democracy, like in Switzerland, the government doesn't have the right to initiate referendum. Only the people have that right.